Good morning, guys, and welcome to iPunt Smart. We are getting smarter all the time, and we do now have 24 sports, 6 of them being paid for sports, but 18 of them being free. Sorry, 8 of them being paid for, and 18 of them being free. So you can see all of them down here. We've added 8 more: futsal, beach soccer, bandy, badminton, beach volleyball, floorball, handball, and pesa polo, which is a form of hockey. And then we also, of course, have horse racing, where is what our video will be for today. We've got 2 lovely meetings, Turffontein Standside as well as Kenilworth. You can go back and see all the previous meetings here, so we don't hide anything. And just on top of that, it is free for those 18 sports for everyone, so please do subscribe and register on the site on ipuntsmart.com, and you will then find all the love of sport on one website here. As you can see at the top here, we cover a lot of sports, and we can already look into the future for the next 3 days as well. And just to give you an idea of how much we do cover, you can see that yeah, we've got loads of sport at the top here. We cover over 45,000 events in one specific month. But let's just move over to Turffontein. I'll give you a quick run through, but just click on this button here, tutorials, horse racing. We've added the latest tutorials here for you, or you can just read the ratings explained page. That gives you a perfect idea of everything and what everything consists of, and the explanation of all the different jargons that we're using. The 2 things that we've designed that's proprietary information for us is the bomb roll, which is 42 days, 84 days, 168 days, and the curve. Now that's best average merit rating adjusted links behind. What it simply does is it adjusts today's conditions to that same horse's conditions previously versus the strength of the field previously, and it adjusts the weight and the API claim and also the links behind the winner to give you a distance ahead or behind the winner in the form of lengths. In other words, this is 42 days, this is 84 days, the last 168 days, and the curve over the last 280 days. Essentially what that means is 0 is the finishing line, and if horse racing was only about form, then you could very much look at those figures, but we all know that it's not only about form. So therefore we also have what we call probability stats, P stats, and in this race you can see there's 54 previous P stats races analyzed. What that means is we have so far done 54 races of the Turffontein 1400 meters class G, and in those 54 races it'll give you the percentages probability for each of these indicators to win or to place. So if you go top rated to win, you'll see in 34% of the cases the opening betting favorite, in this case Track Commander, has won, but he's only at even money, or 11 to 10. So what looks a little bit better is the value you get for 27% on overall ranking on Integrate, which is also our top rated here at 5 to 1. You'll see a 27% chance to win on overall ranking, at 21% on Greeny Points, at 22% on exotic ranking, 24% on total with the curve. Now that red carpet girl is scratched, and so on and so forth. If you change this to the placed 1 to 3, it'll give you the place probability. So in this case it does look like the favorite has the highest place probability of 70%, but you'll get absolutely nothing for a top 3 from him. And again, Integrate has a 67% on overall ranking chance, which is pretty nice. Also 65 on total. So play around with that. You can also go top 4, 5, or 6 even for the big feature day races. The other advantage of that is if you want to be booking your pick sixes and jackpots, then you can turn this around to say the top 6 rated chance to win. So each indicator has the top 6 chance to win, and here we can see a 75% chance if you just take the top 6 on opening betting to find the winner, a 78% chance to find the winner if you only take the top 6 on T-curve. But if you change that to the top 3, it doesn't lose that much value. It's still a 65% chance, so therefore you can work out how you want to build your permutations depending on your risk appetite. And that's exactly what we've done in our exotics here. Risk appetite 1 for EXP1, exotic picks 1, exotic picks 2 for a little bit less of a risk appetite 3, for even less appetite 4, for even less, and then 5 if necessary. At the bottom here, that is for the proposed PA and buy pot. You only use EXP 1 and 2, and then for EXP 3 is for adding for the pick 6 and jackpot, and 4 for adding pick 6 and jackpot, and 5 if really need be. We do catch them quite often, and we do catch them with above 20 to 1 returns quite often. So let's get going. Just on that as well, you can open up here, toggle the history open, and let's close that one because he is blank. And you can see here there's the change in betting that's happened, all the previous data, all the previous information if you want to look at a more detailed look. Also, if you click on the trainer, it'll give you the detailed percentages of probability for the trainer, as well as the breeding of the horse, the owners, how many days since his last run, the days that he's not been to the course or been rested, his win place percentage, the jockey trainer seasonal stats, and also as a combination. So here you see a win place on the jockey is a 50% chance on integrate when this jockey and this trainer has come together in this season. Okay, so that's just a preview of what we do. You can also see that little 2 means Joey Soma's only got 2 for the day. That little 1 means S. Safika has only got that 1 for the day, and that is for also the colors. And here, that little number there is the number of runs that this horse has had. Also, these indicators here, you'll just hover over the top here, and it'll tell you what they mean. Each one of these, like that's being gelded, that's changing a stable, that's stable in hot form, etc, etc, etc. So okay, one more thing. At the bottom here, you can also close or open your collateral form, which simply shows when these horses has raced against one another, under which conditions, with which jockeys and which trainers, and their lengths behind the winner, and what their change in weight is today versus that run. So you can have a very informed decision how they'll compare against each other again today. Okay, so that is quite a bit, 7 minutes already, so I'll have to probably get a little bit of a move on. And let's move over to the second race, and here, quite like the chances of Coral Dawn. He's not very far ahead on the lengths side, because as you can see, Dame of Flames is only 0.06 behind on the bat 42. If I click on that, you'll see that there's the actual sorting of it. And then Belvarde, that's only having his second run, is Joey Soma's only for 1 of 2, and Mariba's only runner for the day. So he does have the best bat curve or consistency curve, probably part of it because he's only running his second time today. So keep that in mind. We also have Bridget Stitdolf here, that's had 58 chances already to break to be a winner, but still hasn't done it, and probably won't today because 11 lengths is separating on the 42 days. So getting on the old side, that's what that icon means there. So the standard rating is total, and here I strongly think that Coral Dawn is probably a banker here for your bipot. If we see if we can confirm that with P-stats, yeah, 52% chance on overall opening betting, 53 chance on overall ranking, and a 55% chance on total. So maybe not strong enough. Let's go look at it. The top 2 here. Yeah, top 2, all of a sudden you have an extremely good chance just using the top 2 in your bipot here on opening betting. One of the 2, therefore it's out of 200%, 103% chance to get through, but one of the 2, so 51.5 on each. So if you just take Coral Dawn and Dame of Flames, your chances are pretty much definite to get through the bipot. And if you go total T-curve, then it's Coral Dawn and Belvarde. That gives you an 88% chance to get through the bipot here. Okay, so selections: Coral Dawn by Dame of Flames, by Belvarde, by Run for Isla. I see that Burmese Tiara here has a nice 70% on super rule percentage and a best exact distance median speed, and it is Peter and Kennedy that's really in good form at the moment, and he doesn't have too much, only 2 lengths to fight against the field, but based on all the other indicators, I would only place him behind Coral Dawn and Dame of Flames Belvarde Run for Isla in 5th position, as that little star indicates. Moving over to the third race. And here we have Ashley Fortune as our top rated with Elusive Woman. I'm just going to close this because it gets a little bit too busy then. And yeah, Elusive Woman does look pretty decent for me. Not a whole lot between Elusive Woman and From Here to Eternity, only 0.61 lengths on the BAT 42 form, and then only another only 2.21 to Letitia's Angel. So those three is the first three: Elusive Woman, From Here to Eternity, and Letitia's Angel would be the top three. If I'm looking at probabilities, only 46% for opening betting From Here to Eternity to get through the bipod. But if we move that to the top two, then all of a sudden we're looking at a 76% chance to get through the bipod, or even 80% on the bomb roll 84, and that's Letitia's Angel and Elusive Woman. So probably a good idea for the bipod to go the first three, which would be Elusive Woman, From Here to Eternity, and Letitia's Angel. Moving on to the fourth race. And in the fourth race here, our first selection is War of Athena. Really good, strong horse coming from a rest. You can see also that flame suggests that War of Athena doesn't mind coming from a rest. She is hot when coming from a rest as well. And then our second selection here is an interesting selection here, as the stablemate Queen Bomi at 100 to 1 fills our second spot in the ratings. And the other stablemate, Only the Brave, fills the third spot in the ratings. And then with fourth reign in Holland, the actual favorite. Note here that Reign in Holland has the best blue bats, what we call it, or the exact course and the exact distance bat, which means if you open this, you'll see it's also in blue, which is the best run ever over the exact course and the exact distance according to this field. So definitely not to be left out of it. If you look at bipod probabilities, then it does show that it could be a bit of a tricky one to get through because the percentages is very low, only 44% for the top rated here. So I'll probably go as much as the top four: War of Athena, Queen Bomi, Only the Brave, and Reign in Holland to get through the bipod here. Moving on to the fifth race. And in the fifth race, we have again Ashley Fortune as top, Bard of Avon, followed by second rated 8 to 1 Sheldon, and third Sound of Warning with Terry and Zaki. A lot of unknowns here because you can see there's no history over 42 days, no history over 84 days, and with NVIDIA there's no history whatsoever. So NVIDIA hasn't run at all in the last 280 days. You can see here the last time NVIDIA ran was last year on the 10th of December, which is a long time ago. It has changed stables, it's getting a little bit older, and it comes medium from a rest. So really could be anything. I don't quite particularly like this race because there's too many question marks for me. And what we do suggest as far as race 5 is concerned is at least the first four: Bard of Avon and Sheldon and Sound of Warning and Winter Story, to get us through the bipod. Again, Winter Stories here, change of stable. Now Paul Peter has made a change of gears as well, 36% chance for a top two on the median speed, and also has the best exact course and exact distance blue bat. If I move over to the top two here, you see the percentages are still quite low, with the highest here on the bat curve at 82% chance to take you through on Sheldon and Winter Stories. And then when you go into the top three, then you get into 109% on bat curve if you all add Sound of Warning. So that's how you will structure your exotics, with the minimum amount of numbers and the highest probability possible to get through. Moving over to the sixth race. And here we have Lucy English. Now, Lucy English has only had 3 runs to date. I made a little note here on our black book at the bottom. Please note that anyone can make notes here. Just press on that plus and you can make a note for the horse, the trainer, the track, the specific race. And you can make that note for yourself to just pop up every time when this horse or this trainer or this jockey ever again comes up. Then so it's your own little black book that we have online here for you. You'll see Lucy English on T-curve has more than double more than the second runner, which is quite astonishing given she's only had the 3 runs to date. And at 4-1, that is not a bad little runner. I've made the note here at the bottom, Lucy English should be followed until beaten, looks quite special. So bear that in mind. On the side here we've got machine learning and as well as artificial intelligence, and even on machine learning, artificial intelligence, running thousands and thousands of algorithms over these exact same horses with the weightings changing for all our rules. It still suggests that Lucy English is the top one, with Nara, True to Life, the next best. So overall, Lucy English, True to Life, and Nara is our top 3 past the post. Just a quick look here at Lucy English. You'll see the times that Lucy English is running is pretty special. Over 1,000 meters, a 56.32 adjusted time and a 56.19 adjusted time. I'm not 100% sure if the handicapper has actually caught up to Lucy English quite yet. Retains the same jockey, being second, first, and first. Majan retained, and Majan has a 11% chance to win for Lucky and a 47% additionally, so that's 58% chance to place for Lucky. And also Chase Majan has a 66.33 1-2 and placed an additional 1 record with Lucy English. So quite long like the chances of Lucy English. Just bear in mind you can sort on any of these things. And we'll take you through that just in a second at the end. So yeah, selections, I prefer Lucy English, True to Life, and Nara, with Anna Capri. Interesting that Dennis Schwartz is coming to the course alone. 1 run for the day, as you can see that little 1 there, and being in red, and has the best median speed and the best statistical form, and not too far on the lengths. 6 lengths to 1 is 5 lengths to find on Lucy. So wouldn't be completely out of it. I wouldn't be too surprised if Anna Capri tries today, and I wouldn't be too surprised if something like Before the Dawn at 16-1 also tries with the best bat 42 form, 1.33 lengths better than Lucy English. So a nice little roughie outside. It also has the best adjusted time and also has the best speed rating on Before the Dawn. Moving over to the 7th race. And here, Asterix is another greenie for us, top-rated Asterix here. And that provides us a 33% chance to win at opening betting of 3.33, which is pretty decent. 1 to 3 chance for a 3.33 return. So we'll make Asterix our top-rated. And Golden Pheasant, the only runner for the Baron Boertes stable today, in form flames for Boertes and Yeni together. And the best statistical form, 18% chance to win for that combination. Sparkling Water here pops up as best intentions, 23% chance to win. And something like Tree Tumbo at 16-1 has the best exact distance median speed, but recently has been running in other distances, so that's why that's in red. It's outside the distance category, or 251 meters or more outside the distance category of this race. So selections here: Asterix, Golden Pheasants, Express from the US, and Matterhorn. But a little bit of respect also for something like Sparkling Power and Tree Tumbo, second base, and Flying Carpet. Interesting running here. Flying Carpet, if you just look at the bat figures, 9.16, very close to Tree Tumbo, and another Terry runner. So interesting that Seister's got the only run for the day on Tree Tumbo and the best exact distance median speed, but Terry and Terry both has the best bat 42 and bat 84 details, but over a different distance. So keep that in mind, maybe to throw them into your pick 6. In the 8th race, here I have gone with Riverstown as my top rated, and again, one that I've made a note of in my notebook. Riverstown could have won the race, and that was the previous on the 19th of October. Could have won the race, but since it was only a Pinnacle Stakes, Peter probably did not want the 4 points merit rating hike, so we can subtract another 2 lengths from the run for next time. So that means 5.38 minus another 2 lengths is 3.38. So that makes it very close to 16-1 Chimichurri Run. That's ranked 4th. So I'm going with Riverstown by Mardi Gras, with carrying a very low weight. Rachel Vinegar taking the 2.5 off, and 100% chance to place with Fabian Habib for the season. as my second selection. Also has the best adjusted time with an 18% chance to win and a very low bat figure. Now, what is bat? It's simply bomb roll, best average merit rating, adjusted lengths behind, but also taking the exact same adjusted time calculation into that calculation to get to this calculation. So we calculate bomb roll, and by calculating bomb roll, we look at the average merit rating of the horse today versus his previous runs against all the other fields previously. We look at the lengths behind, his weight carried today, even his draw today, because we do also calculate the draw into our bomb roll and bat figures, since there's a 0.9 meters distance between each, and as we go around the turn, there's some draw bias as we get more advantage coming around the turn from the inside horses. Then the bat then gets calculated from bomb roll using this adjusted time figure to get to a more truer figure. I say from the two, I prefer bat to bomb roll purely because even in false run races, you can see that bat gets the hang of the most races to find those outsiders. And then bat curve is one to really look after. Bat curve is just a consistency indicator over the last 280 days. So it just says all the races that this horse has run over the last 280 days as a consistency factor. He is the most consistent horse, and that's why his curve on a graph is the best. He also has a minus on bat CD, exact course and exact distance for chimichurri run, so it's 16 to 1. Bit of a roughie as my fourth selection in this race. Moving to the very last of the day. And here the top rated is Irfan's Boy. Again, Ashley Fortune, 2.5 lengths taken for Vinegar. Comes from a little bit of a rest. 3.29 on the bat 84. Means it's just behind Clinton Binder's horses. And there's 3 Clinton Binder's horses that was ranked 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. King's Road, Who's That Star, and Pinda Mazala. Now, interesting that Who's That Star has the best exotic ranking, with Kumalo being on board, and Kumalo obviously knowing his trade a little bit better than the Appies in this case, and that's why he nudged the 2nd place from 3rd King's Road. King's Road having the best adjusted time, best speed rating, best median speed, best statistical form, super rule percentage, and also all the bats and the bat curve. And then Pinda Mazala, 12 to 1. Another is Jacobs, only runner for the day, gets the best greeny points and not too far off, and the best blue bat, which is the 1,000 meter exact course, and Turffontein 1,000 meters exact course distance. So yeah, Irfan's Boy, Who's That Star, King's Road, Pinda Mazara, as well as Bethel. I won't leave Bethel out of it, only running for his 5th time ever, 10 to 1. Mike de Kock, Craig Zaki. Craig Zaki's been really doing very well of late, especially on the bigger priced horses, so I'm not going to leave him out of the pick 6 either. I'll probably at least leave that, put the first 6 in, which means True Brit would be the next one, and True Brit comes in best form, best intentions, and the top total curve. Moving on, JTR Combo is just purely a global view of the whole day, holistic view by trainer, with the ranking averages race by race for each race. For the big indicators, ranking average, greeny points, total curve, bat 42, and bat curve. And as the race carries on, it will then update the results in this column here. And you can look at it by trainer to see which trainer actually has really good intentions to get some doubles for the day. And you can also then just move that over to jockeys to see for each jockey listed here how that jockey's card is looking for the day. So quite helpful, and you can while you're doing that also use your collateral form for every race. Then the very last one, JTR Detail, is just the ranking averages in detail. So every single one of the 22 indicators ranked where in the field for every one of them. So he's ranked first, and you also get your probability percentages here. So top rated to finish first on overall ranking is Joey Soma's Integrate is first, and also on greeny points 21% is also Integrate. On exotic ranking, also 22% is Integrate, and then you go here Super Rule 25% again Integrate, as well as these here. On top of that, if you are in race 1, make sure that here you're also in race 1, and then you go to the detail and you can compare each other looking at that race 1's actual collateral form. So pretty handy to then be able to look at, like Integrate has running in spring will come before. Integrate was carrying 60, is now carrying 58. and Integrate was 8.3 lengths behind the winner, and Spring Will Come 9.35. So not a lot between them, only a length in it between those two. And then another turn, they also ran against one another. Integrate had some support, 33 to 25, where Spring Will Come had no support, 33 to 66. But again, 1.5 lengths between the two, and Integrate was beaten by Spring Will Come on that day by 1.5 lengths. As we move over on these ranking averages, you simply see how these averages, this would mean that he is, out of all of these indicators, he's ranked average 2.09 out of the field, and the field is 6 runners, so he's 2.09 out of the field of 6. The second best is 2.23. The second race, we have a 1.64 ranked on Coral Dawn, which is pretty strong, and the second best is Dame of Flames at 3.76. So that's why Coral Dawn looks pretty decent here. In race 3, not a whole lot between the first two, Elusive Woman, From Here to Eternity, and even Letitia's Angel. In race 4, again 2.27 on War of Athena, by 2.9 on Only the Brave, by 3 on Rain in Holland, and again 3 on Queen Bomi. Race 5, close again, 1.73 on Bard of Avon to 2.05 on Sheldon. Race 6, nice gap here. 13 of the 22 indicators are taken by Lucy English, 2.188 out of the field. This field is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 2.18 out of 12 is really good at 4 to 1. And the second best here is True to Life, 3.56, and 409 is Nara. Race 7, again a strong selection here on Asterix, 2.18 against 4.05. Race 8, close, 2.68 against 3.09, and race 9, 2.7, 3.1, 3.8. So looking at those ranking averages, the bigger the difference, the bigger the probability of that horse to be involved in the finish. That's it, guys. 26 minutes. I'll do a quick one for Cape Town as well. But hope you have enjoyed, and please click on the subscribe button to get more videos. The video also gets updated here daily, and please click on that button for the tutorial for horse racing so you know exactly how that works. Have a great day.